Assalamualaikum. Hi all, I am AR, your life and spiritual coach, as well as your energy and intuitive therapist. Today I'm going to answer a question from someone who asked me, why do you think triggering people during therapy would be healing? Okay, so firstly, alright, the most courageous of conversation that one should have is the conversation that one does not like or want to have. That is the key conversation, okay? So if there is something in your life that you do not want to talk about, then that is the very toxicity or poison that you have been holding within. And when you finally have the courage to bring it out of you and talk about it, that is where the true healing comes in, okay? And for that matter, right, why would you want to come and see a therapist, okay, who asked you to talk about everything else and this and that, but unable to assist you to pinpoint and understand the real core issue, and just prescribe you medications that you carry on the next 2 to 3 months, feeling untriggered until your next session, and still not knowing what the hell is wrong with you because they don't know better either, and you just keep repeating the cycle endlessly. I really don't understand some people amongst us too, for that matter. Right? So stop telling others not to act like a victim, okay, when you're stopping them from speaking up. Stop trying to tell them that they should not get triggered. Every time someone speaks up, these people take their attempt of taking back their power as complaining or whining, when in actual fact, they are the very people who push others into the victim mindset by expecting them to shut up and not express their frustrations or even tell their story because they like it that way, or it makes them feel safe, or it makes them feel comfortable because that is the norm, you know, or it stops them from getting triggered themselves. You know, these people are definitely not your friends. If they expect you to suppress your oppression or the wrong that is being done to you, okay, or they invalidate you, or they feel that it's too minor for you to be so worked up about it, and then they ask you to not talk about it, right? So who cares about what they want right now? Who needs the healing here? Who needs to feel good about themselves here? Who needs to get better here? Right? Who needs to get a clarity of mind here and a peace at heart here? It's you. Seriously. So wait till they become the victim, then you can see if they're okay with shutting up, unless they are those kind of people who feed on being bullied or they're codependent. They don't do things that others do not want them to do, right? So now I'm telling you, and please remember this, okay? You are not healed from trauma until you are able to speak up honestly and clearly about what happened to you. If you still have fear, doubt, or hesitation to tell your story, then you're definitely still traumatized, or you are not ready and you need time, or you're simply choosing to stay as a victim because you don't ever want to talk about it. All right? So remember also not to run from your triggers. Okay? Triggers are your body's way of telling you that there is something buried within that you need to release out, throw it out. Okay, so triggers are there to make you aware that an issue, a topic, or a subject is still affecting or staying in your subconscious. Right? If you know the core issue or the cause to your trigger, great. Now you can start working on it. If not, then perhaps you need to see a therapist to assist you with excavating what is buried. Acknowledge it, deal with it, and accept it so that you can release the baggage and move on. Only then you will stop getting triggered, and the trigger will no longer affect you. You can say bye-bye triggers, bye, you know, right? So I hope that information helps you to understand why it is good to get triggered and why triggers exist, right? And until my next video, okay, I really hope that you gain some insight from the information that I'm sharing. And you can always reach me through my direct messenger, okay, or you can just WhatsApp me, okay, if you need therapy sessions, or if you need counseling, or if you need spiritual coaching, right, you can just contact me. Because one thing I need people to understand, okay, spiritual does not mean religion, okay. Firstly, before we are our physical body, we are first our thoughts and our emotions. And before we even are our thoughts and our emotions, we are a soul. We are spirits, you know. We have soul within us, right? And what I'm doing, okay, if you want to learn about religion, you can go to, you know, the respective religious teachers, you know. But I'm here to assist you with connecting to your mind, body, and soul, to understand what is happening within you, to get you connected with yourself, right? So that you don't lose yourself. You know, we tend to lose ourselves because we are not connected to ourselves, right? And when you get connected to yourself, then you will know your thoughts, your emotions, and your soul. And when you know this, you will know God. You will know what is beyond you, what is within you, and what is beyond you, right? So this is what I'm assisting people to do when I say I'm spiritually coaching. I am a Muslim. I live by Islamic principles, right? But I'm not a religious teacher. But I have a certain ability that is God-given, all right, for me to be intuitive enough to be able to connect the dots for you, right? So that you can get connected to yourself. And when you are able to do this, you will feel the difference. You know, you'll be very empowered, right? You will have more faith and belief in yourself. And that is what I'm trying to assist people to do here, right? To not be controlled by the society, you know, to not be controlled by the people around you, to not be easily influenced, right? To first have the connection with yourself first, to have faith in yourself first, to believe in yourself first, to trust yourself first, before you go out there and put your trust in anybody else, right? I've made the mistakes before. I've made those mistakes, and I've looked into them, I've rectified them. And so now I'm here to tell people, or to save people the time from having to make those mistakes themselves, right? Because whatever mistake that you make from yourself, right, is a mistake worth learning without regrets, okay? But if you have to learn a mistake or a lesson from someone else, right? And when you know that, you know, if you had listened to yourself, you would not have made that mistake, then it's the worst lesson, you know, it's a lesson that you'll have to learn with regrets, you know. So let's not do that. Let's stop, you know, let's stop putting others first. Let's stop putting, the wants, you know, the regulations of others. Let's start putting ourselves first. Let's start putting you first. Let's honor yourself first. Let's prioritize yourself first, you know. So that is what I'm doing when I'm spiritually coaching people, right? People are always saying about, you know, what is the light at the end of the tunnel? The tunnel is your mind, your thoughts, the things that people say to you, you know, that you listen to. And through all this, you have to seek the light. And where does that light comes from? The light comes from within you, from your heart, from your soul. That is how you get through the tunnel, right? But how do you go about working towards that and doing that? That is when I come into the picture, right? Okay, so I'm sorry, I meant to end the conversation, but then, okay, something else just came into my mind, you know. I thought I should just speak it out and let you guys understand better. All right, so I hope the information that I give you today is very insightful, and it will help you one way or another. And if you need any coaching or counseling or therapy, please feel free to contact me at my number on WhatsApp. You can find it on my profile, or otherwise you can also interact with me via private messenger, and also via my website. Okay, there is a form there that you can fill up, and just have the contact form sent over. It will be sent over to my email. All right, so until my next video, thank you so much for listening, and please take care of yourself. Okay, bye.